So we talked about it last night. We're going to pull some souls. Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock and this is a Raid Shadow Legends video. So I talked about this in my video yesterday, right? Did I want to go for this or not? I looked at it and this is worthwhile to me. And I want to explain that it's not just about the rewards that I'm getting from the Deck of Fate. I don't think the rewards are particularly great. I mean that in the sense that 100 of these give me it's like pulling souls for a chance to get a chance of something good, right? That's the part that I'm like, you know, is this really that good for me or is it not? But I like triple dipping. I like, or well, in this case, double dipping, right? Because we have the Deck of Fate and we have a bonus to pulling. So, you know, I'm incentivized to pull right now because the effects are boosted and I can also get rewards that have the potential to be good. So I'm okay with that. Again, as I always say, and I really want to reiterate this is how I feel about my account. I feel this is worth it for my account. You don't have to agree with me. If you don't agree with me, don't pull your souls. Totally fine. I'm not going to be mad at anybody that didn't pull their souls, right? I'm just saying that for me, I think this is a fine time to pull my souls. Now, what am I not going to do? I'm not going to spend any coin. I'm only going to pull souls that I have acquired. I will do them on both accounts. So if we go over to the free to play, with very similar numbers between both accounts. This one has slightly more mortal soulstones on the main account. I'm excited to pull. Really, I'm, hopeful that I land on something that I really want to progress the account. But, if I don't hit on anything, at least I have the chance to flip some cards. Also, because I am pushing hard for Marius right now, I need to finish within the top 5 in a tournament group. And I think, real quick, if you're looking to be part of my account takeover series, join the Discord below. But a little heads up, I'll be prioritizing accounts that were started with my exclusive promo link. This will also guarantee you a free legendary Elenaril and 3 amazing free epics as you level up. Here's what you need to do. Log out of Plarium Play on PC and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. You'll get Elenaril for free along with Uugo, Tagoar, Rector Drath, and a better chance at a takeover. So click my link right now. There's a couple hours left in this. I think I might go for the Dragon Turn Attack group. I've collected a bunch of energy from my clan shop, and I've got a couple of gems that I'm willing to spend here and try to go for somewhere in the 10,000 range on the tournament. There's going to be a lot of energy, of course, but I do have a relatively quick team. It's not scoring as high as I would like. It was scoring about 60 points a run, which isn't terrible, but it's not in that 106 range that I would like to be at. That was a little disappointing. However, I am going to go ahead and try to beat this guy in 5th place so that I can get those points. I'm going to run that overnight. So I'm also going to have some Dungeon Divers points, which means I'll get to flip more cards tomorrow. But today, we will pull our souls, and then we'll go ahead and flip the cards. So I don't think I need to do any more talking here. We can just get to the fun stuff, get to the good stuff. I said I wouldn't spend coins. I meant I'm not going to spend the Mortals and Eternal coin, but I will spend the Mortal coins. Those are worth spending because you can't do anything with them other than spend them to get more of the stones, right? So you want to go ahead and spend those in this situation, but don't spend the Immortals or the Eternals. That's my recommendation. If you want to, go ahead, but I would rather save those up for the opportunity to get a soul for somebody that I would want. Now, I'm not saying I want your Carl. I'm just saying if I wanted to get a soul and this was a 4-star soul for like Varl, for instance, who is in my wish list, I would probably try to capitalize on that, right? Or Elil, right? So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, right, legendary right off the bat. Whoa! Ho! Whoa! And a mythical, a 4-star Crixia. That's a lot of value. That's actually worth a lot on the selling side. So is the Hansel Soul, a 6-star Hansel Soul right away. I feel like I've pulled them, but I think I'm wrong. But yeah, I don't have Hansel, but that is good value for me because if I wanted to sell it, that sells for an Eternal. So this is essentially an Eternal. I do think Hansel, I wish I had him because I do think it's intriguing, the Hansel and Gretel duo against Fabian in particular. I think there might be some potential there. I know that Zero Brew and and I were talking about that recently, and shout out to him. I don't know if he made a video on it, but go check out his channel. Good dude, good friend, good content creator. So check that out. But still, this is good value for the future. I'm sorry, I'm blocking it. It's 1,000 of the Eternal Soul coins, which in of itself is an Eternal Soulstone. So not bad. We're off to a great start. I'm actually very happy with it. By the way, I forgot to mention, this is a rush type event for the Golden Deck of Fate, which means that it's only going to give me points based on the type of shards that I pull. So every mortal is 90 points, regardless if I hit on something like a 6-star Hansel, as you just saw. Kind of a bummer when you have really good pulls, but you know, I'm not going to complain about essentially getting an Eternal Soulstone. All right, let's see what we got here. And that 4-star Crixia too is quite a bit of points. Here's another one. This be okay, a 2-star Ashnar. Would love it to see higher star values on the mythical. Here's another legendary and a 2-star Eva. Okay, I always wanted to try her out. I have her on this account, and since her rework, I wanted to try her out and see if she was worthwhile. I just never really got around to it. I think for me at this point on my account, void champions and mythicals are really what are gonna make the difference for me. But we had a good start. I'm not going to complain about that. We're definitely getting resources. Oh, a mythical. Here we go. A 2-star Toshiro. I think I have a higher Toshiro soul in the collection. But those, again, those do sell for good value. If it ever comes to that. Still have the immortals to pull. But I'd love to see something gold again or mythical again. All right, we end the mortals on an epic. I'm actually going to keep a bunch of these souls. Normally, I would sell the crap out of them, but because I'm doing Marius missions, I have found that there have been some things where it's like, hey, you need to sell some, you know, collect resources by selling stuff. I'm going to save those for now on this account. All right, here we go. Let's pull these immortals. See what we get. All right, another rare soul. 6-star rare souls are not worth as much. They're not the worst, but I have a 6-star seer already on this account, so a little disappointed to see seer there. And another epic. So we kind of went out on a low note there, a little disappointing, but overall very happy with the pulls that I got. Again, like this 6-star is really good. This one here, I'll move myself just a little bit so you guys can see. Like this is a 6-star epic that's 380. The Crixia 530, right? So not the most, but it is a good chunk of the Eternal coins. A 6-star mythical is worth 2 Eternal Soulstones, which I absolutely love. I think if you guys have seen me descend, not that long ago, I completely decimated my soul collection chasing after stuff. So I'm happy to get some points back. And we've got some card flips here. We've got 6 card flip, and this is the pin one. So we're gonna go and do some flips here. Right? Oh, yes. Right away, starting on an epic is so freaking good because I can pin that, and we're gonna keep chasing here. So we're gonna try and get all the epics. I've got 2 more pulls to get 2 epics. All right. Well, hopefully we generate a bunch of points from the dungeon divers. This is my main account. I'm not a big soul guy. I don't think I spend anything, but I would love to be able to pull more of the epic card flips here. So we will see. It is a long event. We've got till Thursday. So I'm going to keep doing my Iron Twins. I've already done them for today, but I'm going to keep doing my Iron Twins every day, making sure that I can generate as many points as I can from souls. And of course, we're going to do dungeon divers on this account now. So I'm going to set that up, and then we'll head over to the free to play. All right. The main account is getting started on Dragon. So we are going to go ahead and come over here and pull on the free to play. Collect all of these and get started here. Oh, you know what? I forgot to check my wish list, so we're going to go back and do that after these pulls. Doesn't seem to be too much of a problem so far. All right, so that's not too bad. If we go to the wish list, Teox, yeah, pretty much everybody. I don't know that I really need Arbiter there, but I'm fine with that. Seer, we got a 6-star on this account for her. So what epic do I really want to see big soul on? Fanax is already in it. I decided on Godseeker. She's one of the epics that I use the most, which is really the only reason I made that decision. I just use her in a lot of content. But here we go. Don't care too much about the rares. Pretty much all the same on both accounts, I mean. Okay, so we're getting a lot worse luck here. I'm not seeing a lot of gold, not seeing a lot of red. Ooh, man, we had much better pulls over on the main account. Where's that free-to-play account luck? You know, here we go. Something good, please. A Warlord 1-star. Yeah, another. Ah, man. Okay. They're trolling me at this point. A Hansel 2-star. Dang, man, those were pretty painful, to be honest with you. Those. Oh, here we go. A 1-star. Are we sure? Is the boost on? Yeah, Awakening boost. I hate saying that. But I mean, those were not only were those low souls, but we also weren't getting a lot of hits as far as legendaries and mythicals and such. So that one was a little painful there, guys. Ugh. All right, well, pop these immortals here. An Aox soul. Okay, love to see some gold. Pretty much the epics. I mean, most of my epics all have their souls. So can we see some gold here? Nope. I'm gonna finish out on a rare. Man, that one's a bit of a bummer. On the upside, we do get the same. We should have about the same number of points, a little bit less, because we did have a few less of the mortals. But I like the corners. Ooh, do I go all green? No, we get a blue there. So we'll pin it for now until we find an epic. There's the epic. I would pin the epic here, and then we get one more card flip in the middle. Okay. All right, but not too bad on the flips there, actually. We did get quite a few of the medallions. I wonder what that translates to on this account for relic crafting. All right, cool. So I think I will do some of the dungeon divers here. And I say that because I have an opportunity to potentially get a couple of, not free, but I get to pull a couple more rolls for relics, which can be really, really effective on this free-to-play account. So I do think we will hop into dungeon divers over here. Probably dragon. There is a tournament, so I do get to double dip a little bit. As you can see, guys, I'm not doing any of the Titan event. I wasn't going to talk about this, but since I clicked on it, I'm not doing any of the Titan event. I really haven't been like diehard in the game right now. I've just been kind of doing my dailies and calling it quits. So a little bit of a boring moment in the game for me, but hopefully there's gonna be some fun stuff coming up on the end of community weeks here. I am excited. I will be going for, by the way, since we get some news in here too really quickly, we do have the Shadowkin Summon Pool event coming up. That's going to start tomorrow, so I will definitely be going for that. If we get offered a chance to get a shard for it, I would suspect there will be a event for it. All right, so there's nothing on the calendar for a Ascension tournament or a Sand Devil, Shogun, any of that right now, but I would suspect that they would do something like that because that has been how they've done it in the past to be able to get at least one pull. So I would definitely go for those events just to be able to get even a chance to pull what is essentially a sacred chart. I think is worth it, and you get great rewards, right? Especially if you're farming high level of Phantom Shogun or Sand Devil, so you get those dust. So as for the dungeon divers portion of it, I'll probably set my account up to run some dungeon divers stuff overnight tonight, and we may get a few more card flips. So if I remember, I will do those on camera for you guys, but I definitely want to at least get another green one. But ideally, if I can do enough dungeon divers, get a handful of flips in here and potentially, lock in one of the epic chests, I think that's a pretty good value. I want almost everything here. I would say the lowest value from here for me would be the XP barrel and the soul essence, or actually, no. I would probably put the chaos ore under the soul essence. I actually would like to get the soul essence because then I have a chance to actually buy a really good soul from the shop, which would be very valuable. So any of these, obviously a primal shard, yes. Legendary tome, yes. So getting a chance to pop one of those is pretty good. So I definitely want to flip more cards if I can. So I'll do some dungeon divers here. I think it's worth a little bit of time. So I can go ahead and set that up, and we'll see where we're at on the main account when this is done running. But yeah, all right, guys, we'll call that a video. I should say, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. It is the best way to support my channel. Very, very close to 5,000 subscribers. I'm super excited about that. And yeah, stay tuned. I do have stuff coming out that I think is kind of interesting, so I'm excited about that. Either way, looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care.